Assalamu alaikum rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. So a sister hit me up about the Muslim marriage video. And the sister was feeling as if the men are the ones that act entitled. Okay? And that's more so what the problem is. And I understand her point of view, right? And it can be true in some cases. Just like I'm not saying every female acts entitled, but from my personal experience and all of the people that I deal with, the majority of the people who have a delusional view of the situation be the women. If we're not going to call it entitled. Because this is one thing that I want sisters to understand. See, sisters carry a thing of, because men are maintainers of the women, right? They have I don't have to do a single thing. I don't even have to care about your happiness. Because you have to take your deen serious, regardless to how I act, regardless to how I look, regardless to how many kids I have by other people. Islam says you have to do 100% of everything that I need done, regardless to how I act. Okay? Which, because a lot of them don't understand Sharia, and I can show it in Sharia, if you're not deening, or you're really not obedient and this and that, a man don't have to do everything, every last thing like that. There's a difference between the things that you need and the things that you want. Some things are luxuries. When you look at the hadith, on the hadith about the maintainer of women, right? What it says is, when you eat, feed her. When you buy clothes for yourself, buy clothes for her. Now, you might not be a person who buy the man. The brother might not be all into clothes like that. You know what I'm saying? He may really just go to work and come home. So he don't need a whole superstar wardrobe. And then like some of these sisters who may not work, or they may work from home, you don't need $1 million worth of clothes either. You be at home. A brother don't have to buy you $1 million worth of clothes. If you got some clothes, and usually when they come into the situation, both of y'all already got enough clothes. So this version of what they think is to take advantage of it. So I wouldn't say the brothers feeling entitlement because they do have a burden to provide certain things, food, clothes, and shelter, right? But a lot of other things just be luxuries. And on top of that, what they do what they also neglect from the hadith is providing from your means, what you have extra, this, that, and the third, right? So the brothers more so want to be appreciated. It's just like you can have, you take a Muslim, a Muslim brother or a Muslim sister. You can have a blood brother or blood sister. Y'all got the same mother and they got the same father. Your brother or sister, this is for a Muslim woman and for a Muslim man. Your Muslim brother or your Muslim sister end up in a bad situation and they want to come live with you. Right? You got a decent little job and it's cool. You may have a couple of kids, right? Now, you let your Muslim brother or your Muslim sister come stay with you. But they're in a bad situation. So, the food that they got to eat, you're providing it. The comforts of a home, TV, internet, whatever it is, the luxuries of your home, somewhere to lay down, take showers, use the restroom, and eat. All of that provision comes from you. Right? Now, because you still go to work and you live your everyday life, you're not at home. So like generally when you would be gone, your lights, a lot of your power and different things isn't even on. But now that you have somebody who lives there, they have access to food in the house. So usually you have something in the home to eat. You leave and go to work. When you get off work, you can come home and eat that or cook that. But they might be at home cooking it. So you might have to go to the store. You feeding another person. Then you noticing your electric bill done went up $65, $100. Because there's somebody in the house all the time. Your water bill done went up $15, $20 because there's somebody in the house showering, doing more laundry, washing their clothes. So now your water bill done went up a little bit. But at the same time, this person is mistreating you, talking to you crazy, and then have the attitude of, because I'm your brother, I'm your sister, we have the same mother and the same father, you have to do all of this for me. I don't have to be nice to you. We got the same mother and father. I don't have to cater to you. You know what I'm saying? I don't have to jump when you say jump. We got the same mother and father. You have to do this for me. Now, even when you're a Muslim woman, how are they going to make you feel? You're not going to walk around happy. You understand? You're not going to be happy with that person. You're going to love them because they're your brother or they're your sister. But you might not like them, or you're not going to like their attitude. And these things could lead to arguments to the point where you're like, man, I can't wait to get this. I can't wait till you get on your feet. You got to hurry up and get out of here. Some females can't fathom that that's how their husband feels. Because they only care about their feelings. They don't care how their husband feels. Until the only time sometimes when they can understand something is when it's reversed. And then they go through it. Then it'll be like, okay, I get it now. So it isn't that the brother is feeling entitled. They just want to be shown appreciation. And then the woman to have this whole, not all. See, because you pay all the bills, because you actually taking care of me, now I have to be a wife. Now I have to cook. Now I have to keep up with the laundry. Now I have to do this. But you know what comes out of her mouth? I ain't your maid. I don't have to clean up after you. You want me to do all this cooking and cleaning? I'm not your servant. I'm not here to clean up after you. But when you taking care of your business, then she feel like she has to do it. And now she's unhappy because she's being controlled by a man in her head. I want to just do it because I want to. I don't want to be feeling forced to do it. That's what you signed up for, though. Before you got married, you promoted cooking, cleaning, and laying in the bed when it's time to lay down. That's what you promoted. I want to be a stay-at-home, or if I do work, I still want to be able to do these things with my money and all this other stuff. All right, cool. You want to work and do these things with your money as a choice. But then when you come home, when it's time for your duties, when the snow need to be shoveled and the grass need to be cut, he handles that business. But when it's time for you to come home and take care of what you're supposed to take care of, you start saying, well, I go to work too. I go to work. Maybe you do need to do some more cooking and cleaning. Yeah, but you get to do whatever you want with your money. You're neglecting me. Go to work and take a portion of that money and pay these bills. Then I take on some of what you signed up for. But see, then it's not fair. Now the brother is entitled. Why is he entitled? Because now he ain't even really hungry. He just asking me to cook something when he get off at 11 o'clock just to control me. Like these be real conversations. So I want sisters to understand something, because they always want to throw out they can marry non-Muslim women. We have to marry Muslim men. Say that again and then think about it. You have to be married to a Muslim man. So you need to act like it. And although there are a lot of Muslim men, right? That don't mean you can get one of them. And they had this mentality that they had from the dunya, just because it may be some brothers from Africa and India all in they DMs and messengers, right? Every day asking how are you. The brothers they've been ignoring and blocking, and they make another page and still get to them. These individuals who you don't even want, that you're not even thinking about, that ain't even in your country or your city, that's not even close, boost their ego. I could get any brother that I want. There's 50 people in my inbox for me to choose from. But then the good brother that's in their face that they actually want and be like, okay, I could really work with this brother, they still had this mentality like, I don't really have to put up with you. People in my DMs every day. But you don't know what's to them. You don't even know if they in jail. They might have 60 years. I done seen women, Muslim women, mess up marriages. Right? For somebody who was in their DMs and messages, right? And these dudes, the brother had life. Because they talking to you and then they calling you directly. You don't even know they in jail. You don't even know they in jail. Selling you a heck of a dream. You mess your marriage up because you think you done found something better. Now your marriage is over, and then you start talking to this dude, and then you be like, you finally get on a FaceTime with him. Wallahi, wallahi, wallahi. Finally you get away to FaceTime this dude and really see him good and no pictures. He's in a penitentiary, in a prison cell, with a phone that they done got in there. Just like the way they do. And then who gets called at that point? Me. Okay? I gotta get my wife killed. I gotta get this, and this. So now we on a split. I'm on a FaceTime with them to where they showing another phone, and the brother could see me, and this brother sitting on a bed in prison with his cellie. Want to get married over the phone. He got 65 years. And only 5-6 years in. You know what I'm saying? 5-6 years in. You done messed up a marriage with a person you was in the house with. For a brother that got 65 years and then you don't even know he in the penitentiary until you mess your marriage up chasing something better. Now, I talk to the brother, I hear what's to him, this, that, and the third, you know, and just keeping it 100. I'm up for this appeal. I done wrote grievances. I done did this and I done did all that. I'll be home soon. Okay, if you really believe that, say wallahi. Well, I don't want to say wallahi. I'm not saying say wallahi. You know for a fact it's going to happen. Say wallahi. You believe you're going to be home soon. They won't say it. Then I say, okay, if you're going to be home soon, leave this off, and then pick it back up when you get out, brother. Pick it back up when you get out, brother. If you're going to be home soon. You see, that's what a wali or wakil do. They'll go through the rigmarole. See, brother, this, and this. But I already know my ward. I know soon as I get through talking to him, he going to say, oh, man, see, the brother hating. I got a friend who will marry us on the phone. And then next thing you know, she married a brother on the phone. And now, because they done got married over the phone, now, through spontaneous hours throughout the day, now they're having phone sex. Then what comes next? Now she's putting money on his books. You know what I'm saying? Like you know, some of them will put a little stunt. They have somebody who usually put money on their books, right? And then they'll call them, like it might be their sister or something, you know, or auntie or the mom. Hey, mom, sis, check it out. That money that you usually send me, this girl that I'm into, she sent me some money and I want to pay her back. So instead of sending the money that you send me, I want you to send it to her. I want you to cash app it to her because I want to pay her back. But then he running it to you like, yeah, I'm in here making money, man. I sell bags of potato chips. I sell bags of potato chips. I sell cookies. I'm the cookie man. Now, oh, he had money. His mama sent me $80. But then slowly but surely, he get that $80 back from you and more. He done flipped you like a dub. Like what we used to call in the streets a double up. You buy a pack and then double your money. He done put 80 in you and got 300 back out of you and still not getting out of prison. So I'm saying all that to say, you can only marry Muslim men. So you need to act like it. You can't keep treating these brothers like I can replace you and then you can't. And then you can't. Or you end up in a situation that's worse. Because you done let some smooth talking cat con you. because you done told yourself this person in front of me is so horrible because, and why is he horrible? Because you done had to cook 3 times in one day. You had to cook breakfast. You had to make lunch. And then you had to cook dinner. Now you mad. Why? Because, and this is why I advise these sisters, man. Because you don't know what the brother appetite is going to be like. You think you're going to get in there, have sex with him, lay on his shoulder and talk like a baby. Do a little baby talking. And you're going to smooth your way out of all your responsibilities. And it don't work. What if this brother had to be at work at 7, right? Fajr come in at 5. What if the brother want his breakfast at 4:30? You might be into sewing. You might be into making knickknacks, candles, and just a bunch of little stuff, oils. And then the brother buying all the stuff that you need, sewing machines, jars to make candles. He's buying all of that, right? But if he wants you to have his breakfast ready at 4:30, you mad. You being mistreated. Because then you grumpy and grouchy because you got to get up at 4 so that the breakfast is done at 4:30. Now you want him to buy a bunch of stuff that you can microwave. But see, that's the problem. Some of these sisters not prepared. And I will say those things when we having sit downs. Brother, because some of these dudes, man, they be big guys. They eat. Do you eat 3 meals a day, brother? Yeah, roughly. Or I eat a big breakfast, I eat a big dinner, and then I snack in between. Sister, right now, you don't even cook 2 meals a day. You do realize this brother is at least expecting 2 meals cooked every day. And he not talking about some old school lunch, little kid breakfast that you make for your 2-year-old or your 3-year-old or your first grader. This brother want bacon and eggs and waffles and pancakes. This brother want breakfast. Then when he get off, he want steak and baked potatoes and stuff that you probably don't even know how to cook because you don't cook. But that's not him being entitled. This is what he expects, just like what you expect, but you feel like you can fall short on what you need to do because you're not a maid or a servant. He's not a trick. Okay, well, he falls short on doing this and he falls short on doing that. He's not paying all of the bills. Right? I had to help out once or twice. Yeah, but all the kids in the house is yours. Oh, well, he never should have signed up, this and that. Yeah, but you wasn't truthful with him about what your bills were. Why you wasn't truthful? Because you want to steal some money off of the side. See, I be knowing the game. Sisters, and because some of them I had to talk them off of the ledge. They might be the brother might move in with them because they might be on Section 8, but he don't know it. They might be in government housing. Her rent $35. Her rent $125. She tell him it's $500, it's $600, it's $700 a month. And although she's ripping him off, he don't see the water bill. He don't see the electric bill. Electric bill come in. Electric bill $165. She tell him the electric bill $350 this month. You know what I'm saying? Or the electric bill $200, right? He give her $200. She take $100 and put it down on the electric bill. So now next month, that $100 carry over to the next electric bill. Right? Now she's talking about she need that, knowing she ain't paid all of the bill. But he gave her all of the money. Then she turned around and some of that little money she putting up, she gives to him like she helped him. That's money you stole from him. I'm not saying this is every case, but we just having an honest, real conversation. And then the brothers be peeping it. And these sisters had this whole, I pray, I fast, I cover. Yeah, but you conniving. Yeah, but you selfish. Yeah, but you manipulative. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but you were manipulative. You know what I'm saying? Brother got extremely high sex drive. So now you gotta cook and get flipped over 5-6 times a day. You know what I'm saying? His sex drive is high. He might want to cut all the time. Now you're getting cut too much. You overstimulated your cooking. Now he's a bad husband. Because you didn't anticipate that before you got married. So, sisters just got to be careful, man. Because you have to be married to a Muslim man. Or you just going to get out there and live a sinful life, man. You're going to be out there living a sinful life. And sisters have to understand, man. And like when I be telling sisters to prepare themselves for marriage and really get yourself together, start cooking, man. You're not in the habit of cooking. You don't cook every day. You don't cook every day. Or you got a bunch of little frozen stuff that you just warming up. You pop something in the oven, you pop something in the microwave and warm it up. You're not cooking every day. You know what I'm saying? In the Catholic calendar, there's 365 days in a year. Your dude might want, even if you get him to order out on some of these days, you still got to cook breakfast. If this brother worked and 5 days a week and overtime and he used to having breakfast before work, you still gonna have to cook something. And the brother want breakfast. He don't want a Pop-Tart. You know what I'm saying? He don't want a bowl of cereal. That man might want a steak and eggs for breakfast with some biscuits and gravy. Because I'm just saying, some brothers eat like that. Is you prepared to be that? You know what I'm saying? And like when I be telling them to prepare for themselves, and I tell them, you need to be honest with yourself, right? Take your clothes off and go look in the mirror. And don't be hard on yourself. If you look in the mirror with all of your clothes off, butt naked, and you look and say, okay, I'm too thin, maybe I need to thicken up. You know, my stomach look good, but it's a little, I need to tighten up this little flab here. You know, my skin is a little dry, I got dry patches, I need to get my skin together. If you look in the mirror and see some of those things, and you're not pleased with it, but they're fixable, the brother gonna see the same thing. The brother gonna see the same thing. And that's one of the advantages that the kuffar have over the Muslim sisters. Because they can throw all this fake hair in, they can throw on these big goofy lashes, they could throw on a pound of makeup where they actually look like a different person. You know what I'm saying? They can run around because it's deceptive. They can run around with these things that they could put around their waist all under their clothes and be deceptive. Brother wake up in the morning to a whole new person once she take off all this stuff that tighten up her stomach and hair all out and eyelashes and makeup off. The Muslim woman can't do that. The Muslim woman can't do that. She might have fake butt, fake breast. You know what I'm saying? The Muslim woman can't do that. So if you look in the mirror and you see some of these things and you want the brother to be attracted to you and you want to use 100% attraction and be a lazy wife, be attractive. You can't be, like, we're not saying the brother going to be perfect. Because, see, I know a sister, several, who may look in the mirror and they have these issues with their body. So what they'll do is pick down. I'm finna pick a brother who not all that attractive. He's fat. Nobody else is gonna want him. So I ain't got to worry about nobody taking him from me. And he's so out of shape. He got all these issues that he can't see. I'm just gonna be the most beautiful thing in his eyes. And then it don't work that way. You know what I'm saying? Then it doesn't work that way. And he might handle this business, man. So the sisters need to understand that, man. And that's what I mean by the entitlement. And then they want to take these sayings on the internet. You got several kids in the house. He has none. And then you want to say all this, well, there's no 50-50 on this. But that's 100% of your responsibilities. Oh, well, a real man will come in and do all this, that, and the third. Well, you don't have a real man there to do it. If a brother is willing to step in and take on those responsibilities, you're supposed to say alhamdulillah. But instead of saying alhamdulillah, girl, I got me one. I got me one, girl. I'm stealing money from him. I cook when I want to cook. I'm cooking for the kids, whatever the kids want. He's sitting around eating dinosaur nuggets and microwave macaroni and cheese. You know what I'm saying? Girl, my husband sitting up here eating some dinosaur chicken nuggets and one of them little couple of cups of macaroni that you throw in a microwave and press 1 on it, heat it up for 1 minute. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. We just gonna be honest, man. And then when they can't get no dude to buy into it, or then some non-Muslim woman swoop him up like, and they don't want to hear all of that. Girl, you stupid. You doing all that? He gonna cheat anyway. He ain't gonna be no good anyway. I know. I married them. I did their nikah. I know some brothers who was married to Muslim sisters just to be generous. I'm going to say the brother was probably married, just to be generous, we're going to say he was married 5 times. All of them failed. All of the Muslim sisters said this and said that. Married a kafir. Married a kafir. They going on about 10 years marriage. Okay? And she done took this man to Hawaii. Took him. Jump out. Hop on a plane and fly him to different states to go watch football games. She's taking him. No, she's not ugly. No, she's not desperate. No, she's not a pick-me. She's just a good woman. She's just a good woman. No, she's not manipulated. You know what I'm saying? Let me tell you something. She can just like anybody. She can go find any dude to take to the Super Bowl and take trips to Hawaii and all this other stuff. You know, send gifts to his parents out of her money. You know what I'm saying? Another brother. Man, brother, wife, taking to Africa. Wallahi. Taking a brother to Africa, to Thailand. Put up a few bucks for him to start a business that benefit them. They going on about 8 years of marriage. They going on about they 7th, 8th year. Non-Muslim woman. But you tell me, what would you choose? You got a Muslim woman, you got sick, you missed a couple of days of work, so now your check is short. But you got a Muslim woman, you've been taking care of everything for a whole year straight. She's also been working, or you buying things where she can make money on the side. And when the kids that's hers, that's not yours, when they needed shoes, you bought them shoes. When they needed clothes, you bought them clothes. Right? Now you sick, you got sick, you miss a couple of days a week of work. Now your check is a little short. And then you go to her and be like, look, I need like maybe $100, $200 on these bills. It's a whole attitude. Like, what? $200? Salam say you the maintainer of the women. I ain't gonna give you nothing. You better go out there and rob somebody. You better do like the old days and flip a pack. You better go risk your freedom to come up with this $200 that I'll spend on some purses before I give it to you. I'll spend that on some boots and purses to sit in my closet and not even see the light of day before I help you pay bills for me and my kids, even if you're going to give it back. Or a sister who willing to give him 5-10 G's to start a business that's booming and take them to trips to Africa and pay for it. Okay? This brother FaceTime me. This chick, they done jumped on a plane. She done flew this brother to Vegas for the weekend. Man, let's go to Vegas for the weekend and go out there eat and just have a nice time. They in a whole other city. He FaceTimed me. They had a fancy little restaurant because now he want me to meet her. You know what I'm saying? Because he ready to marry her. They already in the midst because she was non-Muslim. Man. And I'm sitting up looking at him out there. She done flew him out to Vegas. What you gonna choose? Man, baby, let me borrow $200 till next week. Till my next check. What? Because then she got some old cranky Muslim sister in her ear that she tell everything, all her business to. Girl, you be stupid. You get him that $200. You should have stayed with Rambunctious. You should have gave Rambunctious a chance. You know, he asked me about you the other day. You know what I'm saying? Rambunctious asked me about you the other day. You'll be a fool. You give him $200 on the bills. What are y'all gonna choose? See, the women don't factor that in. And I will say, just like it's some good Muslim men who don't want to fool with Muslim women because of their attitudes, and then there's some good Muslim women who they can't get these good brothers because some of the dealings that they had, like they automatically coming in expecting some level of turmoil. They're expecting some level of turmoil. And then it might be this, and this. We gotta get, we can't even come through the door just like this on Islam. Not even maintaining the differences of our personalities and lifestyles. we can't even meet right here on the deen the day we get married. You know, I gotta come in the house. You know, you got pictures of your great grandfather all on the wall with crosses all on his neck and that dead guy all on it. You got a whole, basically a shrine to your whole family placed all over the house, and little, a little candle that you burn once a year on a person who passed away birthday. No real prayer area, but you want me to come into that because you want the safety. Well, I can't leave and come to where you are That way, if things go wrong, I won't have to start all over. So you need to come here. But you can't even come into an Islamic situation when you walk through the door. You got to buck and change. I can't live in this house. Oh, brother, you being too extra. I can't. Oh, well, you know. So sometimes the situations be that. You know what I'm saying? Just like how I say with the sister who got 1,000,001 problems. Don't even know how to drive. You know, got to go through 1,000,000 and different things. You know, horrible situation. And her mindset is, I need to get my life together. What you gonna do? You gonna go to school? You gonna finally start working? No, I need to start doing some butt squats. No, I'm not gonna get a job. No, I'm not gonna go to school. I need to start doing some butt squats so that my booty can get thick enough to where it's still shaped up in this abaya, to where some brother gonna be like, yeah, I need to marry her and take on all her problems while I'm chilling. See, you at a point where you need a man. You don't want one. You need a man. You have to have one. And when you're in a situation that dire, you gonna mess with it even if they non-Muslim. You gonna do what you gotta do to get taken care of, because the resolve for your problems is a man. I ain't got no car, I don't know how to drive. I need a man to take me to the store. I can't keep no girlfriends, because women, just like for women not gonna get up and be taking you to no grocery store all the time and then taking you to the laundromat and take the type of stuff that only your husband or your boyfriend, your brother ain't gonna do it, your daddy ain't gonna be doing it. You know, girl might, one of your girlfriends, right, they be like, okay, I help you out, but dang, sister, like, you need to go get a husband. You're not gonna just be using me like this. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got no gas money. I gotta take you to the store. You ain't got no gas money, nothing. You don't even want to throw me nothing on the, your little food stamp card. You don't even want to buy me a meal. I ain't your husband. They gonna put a stop to that real quick if it's happening all the time. So I'm just saying all that to say, man. But they had this attitude that this is what the world owes them. The world owe women something, man. But the thing is, the brothers, they could marry a non-Muslim woman. And see, like I say, man, I done dealt with it. And cause like I done had Muslim sisters that'll be like, well, it ain't no, because I've never been in a relationship. I ain't never dealt with somebody that wasn't black, right? So they'll be like, well, it ain't no black. You can't leave me because it ain't no black Muslim women around here from you to choose from. Every woman that I have dealt with accepted Islam, took their shahada, gave up pork. You know what I'm saying? Even at my times when I was a bad Muslim and didn't know how to make salat, didn't know how to, I just was reading the Quran. So even on that level, I didn't even understand the whole covering aspect of all that because I was young. But they accepted Islam. How you figure? Just because you don't see any other women around that I might, Muslim women are at the masjid or this and that, or you probably won't be able to get them because that's my friend. Every Muslim woman, every woman I ever dealt with accepted Islam. I can find somebody by the will of Allah and they accept Islam. Now, regardless of how things may have turned for them, after, whether they left or they just apostated, and just like, they Islam just never went any further. But it's that entitlement. You gotta deal with me. I can act how I want. I can have a horrible attitude. I can do this and that. I can argue with you over 10 cent, 15 cent. Like, I'm serious, man. I done seen brothers who had a woman where they go into Popeyes or something. And this is like before debit cards, or they just didn't have a debit card on them, and they just got a few dollars on them. Like, they running around, they shopping and they doing stuff and they spending money. And then they run to like a little quick restaurant, a Popeyes or something. This is real true stories. And the meal may come up to like $10.15. $10.27. So he might got like 7 cents in his car, in his ashtray or something. But he got the $10. So it's $10.27. He got $10.07. And then look at her. She might have $300-400 on her. $100, $60. Hey, can you let me get 20 cents? But the food is for both of them. They gotta go through the rigmarole over 20 cents. I give you 20 cents when we get home. It's 20 cents. You got a couple $100. You got $60. But it's that entitlement. I can act like this. What you gonna do? Leave? It ain't no other Muslims around. You ain't gonna find another Muslim like me that prays and fast, that make dua for you. I gotta argue with you over 20 cents. I gotta argue with you over 20 cents for some food for the both of us. I done seen Muslim brothers who had to deal with that. And that's sister mentality. So what? You're nothing without me. A Muslim man is nothing without a Muslim woman. I complete half of your deen. Without me, the other half of your deen is not complete. That's what we referring to as entitlement. And then when a brother leaves, it's like, you stinking filthy dog. You not Muslim, no way. You low down dirty person. I'm gonna ruin you. And I'm not trying to be funny, but that's the entitlement that I'm talking about. And then when he gone, then the sisters start to see how much easier that brother made her life, man. They start to see, because now those things that he was taking care of, that she took for granted or didn't notice or didn't pay attention to, now she got to start doing it. Now it's like, now she's overwhelmed, and now she's even madder at him. Why? Because he left. And like I say to the sisters who feel like somebody is entitled, what you gonna choose? You gonna argue? You gonna choose a Muslim woman a Muslim woman who should have been eager and willing to give you 20 cents and say, don't even worry about it. You ain't got to pay me that back. It's 20 cents. And it counts as zakat for her. That 20 cents that she gave you, she might be rewarded as if she gave you $20 on her scale of good deeds. But instead, you got to argue with her over 20 cents. But then you got this non-Muslim woman who want to fly you out to Vegas, who willing to buy some plane tickets just to take you to watch your favorite football team. What are you going to choose? What are you going to choose? Obviously, and they make more money than you. And they not a pick-me. They not desperate. They just a good woman. What are you going to choose? A brother who come in the house, had a hard day at work, and then he come in the house and then he got a wife who just hug him. Just give him a real tight hug for a minute. I know you had a rough day, baby. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate you going out there dealing with that so I don't have to. He come in the house to a warm embrace. You know what I'm saying? A nice little meal. His favorite dish. Go jump in the shower, get yourself together. I'm gonna get your food ready. The food gonna be done in about 10 minutes. I timed it perfectly to be getting done when you come in the house. As opposed to coming in the house with some Muslim sister who just got through finished praying on the couch with an attitude. You ain't gonna compliment my new pink footy socks. You just gonna walk in the house and not notice my pink footy socks? This type of stuff. This be real talk. You need me to get on the phone? Why you didn't bring a pizza in with you? you getting off work? You done drove past all these restaurants, and then you walk through this door expecting me to cook? After you done drove past all these restaurants? These real scenarios. What you gonna choose? What are you gonna choose? How you just got done making salad and you acting like that? Didn't any Sakina come down? But you sitting up in there living it up, talking to all your friends, all on social media, with a phone that he bought and paid a bill for. Watch your favorite shows all on TV while he paid the cable bill. Laid up in the house, and then as soon as he walked through the door, his attitude. Yeah, I'm complete half your deen. You supposed to come in here after a hard day's work and peel off these pink, cute footy socks off my feet and start rubbing my feet. My kid's hungry. You so selfish. You rolled past 15 restaurants to come in here empty-handed, expecting me to cook. Go in there and microwave you a plate of pizza rolls and dinosaur nuggets. Come on, man. But they can't see past that, man. And I'm not trying to bash the sisters, man, but you have to be with a Muslim man. You need to be trying to keep them. Not be overprivileged like you can't get nothing better than me. Yeah. What about this sister who take me to Africa on vacation? What about this sister like, here go $10,000, baby. Go start a business for us. You know what I'm saying? Here go $10,000, bring that extra income in here. And we not talking about on the streets. And the brother might have a legitimate business plan and can run the business. Here go 10 G's. Let's get it up. Then in a year, 2 years, they done made $100,000 off the business. They done made $100,000, $150,000. They making $50,000. This business bringing in $50,000, $60,000 a year, starting off. Because she took her 10 and matched your 10. She took her 10 and matched your 5. You want that, or you want to argue over 20 cents with a Muslim woman? It's a no-brainer. And then some what they think is good game. You know the woman is like the rib. If you yell at me, you're gonna break me. You gotta leave us crooked. Get to trying to use the deen. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna have your deen. I'm from your rib, and the crooked part of me is the tip. If you yell at me, you're gonna break me. You can't tell me no. All that manipulative stuff. What are you gonna choose? What are you gonna choose? A Muslim make my life better, solve my problems, or look, let's work together. I'm gonna be there for you, you be there for me. You know what I'm saying? Let's build. Know what I'm saying? I know Muslim sister, and I'm finna get off of here because I don't want it to seem like I'm rambling, but I want sisters to understand, and I want some of these brothers to understand, man, because I'm saying I've been around so long. Muslim marriages used to be the SHIT. People used to look at Muslim marriages. I know women who came to Islam because they seen a friend of theirs marriage. Muslim marriage used to be the SHIT. Now you look at Muslim marriages like, wow. I used to never think I would see the day when if a brother said to me, man, I'm thinking about marrying a non-Muslim woman. The majority of the Muslims that I know in person is married to non-Muslim women. Or they married to a woman who has accepted Islam as her religion, and they might pray and they might fast, but they live kafir. You wouldn't know they was Muslim if they didn't tell you. Like, they might still do birthday parties and Mama's Days, Father's Day, Easter, weave all the way down to their butt. A shirt with all of this out and it's sleeveless and all of this, might get tattoos, but they might pray and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Might have Bibles and crosses all in the house and all of that, but this is what it comes to. And they marriage and they be working together like a mug. She be working with them. She might even be carrying him. You know what I'm saying? She might be carrying him. That's real talk. And apply to them sisters, man. What are you going to choose? I know so many Muslims that's dealing with non-Muslim women that it scared me. To the point where I said, man, a day gonna come, man, where I'm gonna be with a kafir, man. Because I'm still a man too. Man, a day gonna come, man, where I'm possibly gonna deal with a kafir. It scared me, man. It scared me. But I will admit this. Some of them brothers who I see that deal with the non-Muslim women, or the women who have like some heavy deficiencies in their deen, I see how they be affected by it Islamically. You know what I'm saying? Marriage might be cool, might be taking trips, this and that, but they be affected. But I see when they be and they have these bad wives, or these sisters who have a bad husband, I see how that affect them. It be making some of them be wanting to leave Islam. Some sisters be married to brothers and they want to leave Islam because of them. Some brothers who be in a marriage and be like, man, this marriage going to a Muslim sister. Imagine you being a Muslim married to another Muslim and you feel like the marriage is going to take you to the hellfire. Well, I'm going to go to the hellfire dealing with this woman, man. You know what I'm saying? This marriage don't lead to Jannah. Man, Muslim marriage used to be the SHIT, man. It's not that no more. You got Muslim sisters who play this innocent role and look like the victim. Oh, we this and this. Cause like I say, I get to sit on both sides of it. And sisters who be watching, they watch these videos like they be laughing when we talk. Like boy, you a fool. Like, it ain't like, why they think it's funny. one sister sitting down conversating with 3-4 brothers. She might tell one brother as a dowry, I want a Quran and a prayer rug. Then this brother, I need $5,000. Why $5,000 for him and a prayer rug and a Quran from him? Then a whole nother brother. I need a set of Tafsirs, Ibn Kathir, and Sahih Bukhari. You don't even read. What are you asking for that for? Because it was the most expensive thing that I could come up with to show my worth. To show my worth. But this is the same sister, 3 different brothers. What's up with this? Well, I want them to offer because I'm too scared. I'm too scared to sound like I'm asking for too much, but then I don't want to play myself short. Daqiq. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to play myself short. I don't want to seem like I want too much. So let's say if I asked him for $500, but he was willing to offer $1,000. I done cheated myself out of $500. I have to listen to this stuff, man. But as y'all can see, I'm an honest person. Sister, that you gonna mess this marriage up, sister. If he go for this, well, it don't matter. That's why I'm asking for such a high amount of money. That way, when it's over, I'm set. You know what I'm saying? I'm $3,000 to the good. And, you know, I'm getting taken care of and getting my bills paid for however long it lasts. So that's money I don't have to spend. Like, I just be sitting down like this. Does the Quran and Sunnah teach you anything? But they pray and they fast. This is a Muslim brother that you talking about doing this to. But then when he peep game, and then he end out there with some kafir, and they become a power couple. Oh, well, she don't even know how to do istinja. He with a nasty kafir that don't know how to do istinja. Well, see, you must not know about istijma, because there's a dry istinja and a water one in a hadith. It wasn't always water. You done lived a whole life before you was Muslim. You mean to tell me, you know what I'm saying? You was just a dirty, filthy, stinking person until you became Muslim? No. So then why do you think she isn't? And then on top of that, you have some who may be using water and still be out of there. You just got to have some way to put her down because she got chose. You got to knock her down and keep yourself up. And sisters, it's not working for you. These Muslim sisters out here crying themselves to sleep at night, running around talking about they don't need nobody. All on social media complaining about men every day. And I have compassion for women. Sister, you done been to 15 sit downs and got turned down at all 15 of them. All over some things that was fixable. And some of it was deen related issues. You shouldn't even been a discussion. That was conversations y'all shouldn't even never had to have because it go against the deen. But in your head, I ain't thick enough. My stomach ain't flat enough. I don't got hair. I ain't got weave to my butt. it's always about some type of physical feature. Because what they don't grasp is some men will have sex with anything. Okay? Some men will have sex with anything, but they won't wife anything. They won't be in a relationship with anything. You understand? But they think because men will have sex with anything, that they will be with anybody. So they just need, when they get rejected, it's all about some type of physical feature. I need to wear perk me up bras. Next sit down, I'm coming with a perk me up bra. If they came and sat down with you, they not tripping off the physical features. Because if the physical features was a problem, they wouldn't have came to the sit down, or they looked at the physical features and said, oh, this is fixable. Oh, this is fixable. Okay, you're a little chubby, you got some weight issues, you're a little thin, but they fine with it. They might not try to fix it, but these things is fixable. They come in to sit down and see what your mind is like, what your attitude is like. Can they work with you? Are they going to feel good about taking care of you? That's what they coming to see. They be out the door, but in their head, I need to start doing more butt squats. Next sit down, I'm going to have a wig on and let some of the little pretty wig hair show outside of my key mark so they could know I got some long pretty hair. No, you don't. No, you don't. So if you know that your hair look like a scrunchie when you ain't got them hijabs on, and you know you may not have a dinosaur booty, you know what I'm saying? Some triple D's and whatever you think, this, that, and the third, and you don't have any of that going for you, and you can't put weave, and you can't throw the eyelashes and cake your face up, you need to be nice. Just like him. If he got all big belly and he this and that, and he know he ain't got this body and things that what sisters gonna be looking for, they be some of the nicest guys. They be nice, they rub feet, they be pushovers. They don't care if you make them dinosaur nuggets with a microwave cup of macaronis. Because they know they might work, they know they might be provided, they know they might protect, but you know, I don't have the physical features. Sometimes when women say that these brothers is mean, or he mean, he a bad guy, it's generally because they probably told him no to something. Baby, can you buy me a Birkin bag? No. Hey, dude, you so mean. Just like the Hadith say, the majority, the Rasul seen that the hellfire, the majority of the people in the hellfire was women. Why? Because all the stuff that their husband do for them, as soon as that one thing that they don't do, he ain't never done nothing for me. Oh, you ain't nothing but a this and that. You know, you can go over there and pick up a whole couch by yourself and carry it in the house for a Muslim sister, right, a month ago. And then all of a sudden, can you take me? Can we go out to eat? And can we do this? Can we get together and go out to eat or something? I can't do it this weekend. I'm busy. That's why you didn't know what you was doing when you lift that couch. You know, some type of insult has to come because you told her no. You mean you wasn't never worth nothing? That's why I should have gave Rambunctious a chance. And like it say in the Hadith, that's why a majority of women end up in the hellfire. Imagine that. You pray, you fast, may even make Hajj or Umrah, and you end up in the hellfire because the way you treated your husband. You end up in the hellfire because the way you treated your husband. But you pray fast and made Hajj or Umrah. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.